Hi, I'm Ed Sands. I live in Okotoks. I've lived in Okotoks since 1985 with my family.
Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm Ed's wife. We've lived very happily in Okotoks all these years.
I've known about Rowan House through my town council connection. I know they've had a very successful relocation. There's a wonderful gala tonight that we are unable to attend.
I first heard about Rowan House through a friend of ours who volunteered there, and I was very interested to hear that we have a shelter in the area. At that time, one of our family members was starting to encounter domestic violence.
Our daughter, Amy, various boyfriends that she had had exposed her to domestic abuse, and she had very rocky or violent relationships with them, and she had no place to live as she was being kicked out of one boyfriend's house. Sometimes she would come home and sometimes she wouldn't.
I always hoped she would go to a shelter. There was a time a couple of years ago when she did try to go to one, and because she was a single woman with no children, there was no room and she wasn't able to get a bed.
We were aware because of that of the acute shortage of facilities.
Domestic violence is on the increase in Alberta. Certainly among anyone involved in the drug culture, there is a danger of abuse. And unfortunately in our daughter's case, that was the situation. She was very creative and artistic. She marched to her own drummer. She was bullied as a child. She felt like she didn't fit in anywhere and started to use drugs to help with coping with that. There was a lot of light in her life, but she had a dark side as well. Women like that often do end up in situations of domestic abuse because they associate with people who have troubled past. I don't think any one of her boyfriends had had a happy upbringing. They were violent because that's what they had seen.
You look at that cycle. If the child is raised in a home with an abusive relationship, children learn very early how to behave. If they can be taken out of that situation by the parent, that will lead to healing in the future. This situation is a bit different, is that she was collateral damage in a gang fight that got out of hand.
Although the boyfriend she went to see abused her.
A fellow who came back for retaliation against somebody who had dealt him an insult. His violence resulted in the loss of Amy.
Addicts become addicted to the abusers, and the reason she couldn't stay away from that man was because she was addicted to him.
I guess that would be a message. Seek help. You know, life shouldn't hurt. Leave the situations that are harmful. Leave the situations that are painful. If you need help, there is help out there.
I would tell them to get out of there. I would tell them about my daughter and what happened to her and say, look, your life is on the line if you continue to be in this situation. We
would certainly like to see additional government support for programs like this. It's very difficult for women and families. You can't expect a woman escaping a violent situation to be able to afford that. It's not reasonable to expect the person using the services to be able to carry the cost of it. I'm not sure of Rowan House's other sources of funding, but that now comes from the community. And the community needs to understand the level of that need, that it's your neighbor, it's your friend.
There's a lot more of it than people realize.
This may sound contradictory. The ultimate goal would be as if we didn't need to have Rowan House.
Yes, exactly. And in a perfect world, that would be the case.
We were pleased to support Rowan House with donations in Amy's name. We thanked those who did. We would certainly ask everybody else out there to consider Rowan House in your charitable giving.
Yes.
It's a wonderful place.
It's very needed in today's society, and certainly is a safe place for families to go to if they need to escape a dangerous situation.
Good luck to them in their programs. We wish them every success.